Hey, greetings, Monster Hunters, and I have Paperline with me once more.
Hi.
I can't believe I had to stop for a second there to try and remember your name.
Well,
I'm horrible.
I can't blame you. The Skype name's pretty bad.
I don't know, it's pretty easy to remember. So what I'm using... It's just my memory is bad, but what I'm using is a Kushala Daora gear. And I'm using that for the terrain damage negate. I still had to put a couple of decorations on it. And since the boss, well, not the boss, but the Elder Dragon does not use poison, that doesn't really matter. And the fire resistance isn't terrible either, I guess. If you're using charge weapons, the focus is great.
I've never seen this armor before. It looks pretty cool.
So basically what focus does is if you're using greatsword, bows, any weapons that have sort of a charge up like hammer, you basically have that down. And the black smoke gun lance, which I have made from those dark shard pieces and whatnot. And
This focus works on the lance too, right?
no, it doesn't charge. You know, it doesn't.
Yeah, it has the counterattack. Is that not in this game?
No,
Might be
it's
dumb.
a try.
God, no!
Yeah, but I think.
I love you, Try.
But the black gun lenses, there's a whole set of black weapons for every type, and it's the first weapons that you'll get with Dragon Element, and there's a reason why I'm being forced to bring this horrible, horrible weapon. It has no sharpness. It's terrible for a gun lance.
Yeah, Wyvern's Fire is just gonna wreck it in one go.
Oh yeah, you have no idea. But hey, Lunastra's Horn. All the other Elder Dragons, you don't. You know, some Elder Dragons you have to break the horn with Dragon Element, which is the reason I'm forced to bring this weapon. Kushala Daora, you didn't need any special element to break his stuff, but no.
This one you do.
Yeah. So I'm kind of.
Couldn't you have brought the Cianatar armor, or the Crabman armor, and because that has like sharpness and artisan, right?
Yeah, no, the artisan is first in the high rank stuff.
Oh,
I
right.
use a little bit of artisan, but I don't have anything to decorate it with artisan at this point of the game.
That spooky cloud.
No, that's just the volcano. But there we go. There's Lunastra.
That's what he looks like.
Well, it's a she actually.
I've never seen one before. I'm scared of dragons.
Well, there's basically Lunastra and Teostra. Lunastra's blue and female, and Teostra is the male.
Red.
They have slightly different attack patterns, but I prefer fighting Lunastra. Yeah, get some good use out of those bombs. They just fly directly upwards, so you know. They're actually also good to break the wings with if you have enough of them, since the wings can be pretty hard to hit.
Yeah.
With gun lances, they're pretty easy to break because I could just do the upward swing and then I could just gun them.
Well, even with Lance can still do the up poke.
Oops.
Right?
No, you can't do an up poke. You can do a diagonal poke.
No, I mean that's what I mean. Like the diagonal poke would still hit. It looks like it would.
So I should probably explain a little bit about Lunastra's attack pattern. What you saw there with the yellow sparkles, that is one of basically Lunastra's trademark attacks. There's different versions of them. There is orange and red sparkles as well. If it's yellow sparkles, there will come explosions after a little while. The yellow means their explosions are very far out. Ranged people should probably move in, unless they want to get blown up. If it's orange or red, then the explosions can be anywhere from on top of Lunastra or right around Lunastra. If you're standing right under Lunastra, you can save yourself from the ones that that are around her.
Huh. Other than that, Lunastra just jumps around by the looks of it.
Basically, it's a pretty simple attack pattern. I'm just getting mauled right here because it's terrible.
Simple attack pattern demonstrated here.
Yeah. No, at this point of the game, I was pretty terrible at fighting Lunastra. As you can see, the explosions far off. If you're melee, that's a brilliant time to attack, especially her head, so you can get that horn break. Anyway, well, the reason why I want to bring Turing negate damage with you is as long as her horn is unbroken, she has a fire aura, which is the same as standing next to lava. So you want the terrain negate so you won't constantly take damage just being close to her. That's quite... It's not really standing next to her or anything yet. The aura reaches for quite a while. Quite a while, but it has a decent amount of range.
Having heat res would work too, though, wouldn't it? I don't know if there's any gear that has that at this point.
No, it would not help. It's not a weather effect. It's literally like the lava effect you stand next to. So it has to be terrain negate.
Shit.
Yeah, so that's... And the only gear that offers that at this point is Kushala. I think Bassaros gear offers it. Also, her breath weapon, it doubles in length, or quadruples in length, or something like that. Ridiculous like that. If she's enraged, so be careful of that. Also, an interesting thing to point out, Teostra and Lunastra are the only dragons that actually use a fire breath weapon rather than just fireballs. So the breaks are the horn, which is at 60% health, the tail, which is 30% health, and
wings at 10.
And the wings. No, the wings can be broken whenever. But if you want to get rid of the aura, you have to break the horn. And that's kind of like the main thing you want to do. That means the next round you bring whatever armor you want. Oh man.
Will she just bolt as soon as you break the horn?
She will what?
Will she just like completely leave as soon as you break the horn? Cause...
Elder Dragon fights are at the 25-minute mark. If you have dealt 30% of their health and damage, then they will just run. Also, a nice thing to exploit, a good tip, is whenever they do a backwards jump, they will always stop to roar once. And if you're not using a slow-as-hell weapon like a gun lance, then you can usually get a few beefy hits on the head. But basically the reason why I'm doing so badly, especially right now on Lunastra, is because, like I said, I'm terrible using the gun lance against her because I use longsword against her. I'm used to fighting her with a longsword, so
Yeah, you are not looking mobile enough for this fight.
This fight is... I mean, as I fought her for the equipment set, I've gotten really good at fighting her and like pretty much do it in my sleep now. Because let me tell you, those fire dragon weapons, make me depressed. What is it? I've killed like about 13, 14, 15 of the Lunastras, and you have to remember that's you have to double that number since it's always the second fight I usually kill her in.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of time I spent fighting her. But yeah, no, if you see yellow flames, melee people move in, get some free attacks. It's great. Right now, that's the thing. If you stand between her inner front legs or between the inner side of her hind legs, you can generally keep yourself safe from the explosions unless it's right on top of her like you saw there. And it's kind of hard to tell if it's going to happen or not, you know. Either it's around her or it's right on top of her. I still haven't gotten that one down. But yellow sparkles, pretty simple.
Seems pretty random, really.
Yeah, with the... Oh, and she will do her tail swipe behind her when there comes yellow sparkle behind her. That's something Teostra does not do. He will just do a regular tail swipe.
So, is her coloring weird or are her arms broken?
No, her that's her coloring. She doesn't have any arm breaks.
They look kind of like breaks.
No, it's just the coloration. Also note that I still take damage even after blocking the fire. So she's just chipping away at my health every single time I block it. But oh, I'd rather block it than take full damage. But yeah, I really do not do well in this fight.
Breaking news. What hamster does bad at Monster Hunter?
Yeah, it's only after I've killed these monsters a million times to farm their gear actually. Like the Black Gravios fight. Now that I've started to farm the Black Gravios gear at this point of the video, I just need a skull and I've got the gear finished. Yeah, I can kill Black Gravios in about between 10 to 15 minutes. It's really sad that but now I got the tactic down here. So. And
Whoa.
She does not. You will only flinch her if you attack her legs. If you attack her head, like with Kushala Daora, you can knock her over for a while. So that's actually a feature with a lot of Elder Dragons. There's only very few of them that don't get knocked over if you're attacking their head. But I guess that's mainly because, you know, they make such a big deal out of it. The horn needs to be broken.
Yeah. They wouldn't want you to double up on effectiveness.
Well, the stagger still provides a lot of free attacks on her if you manage to attack her legs.
If you were hammering, though, you could still get KO.
I'd imagine so. I can't say I've ever really used a horn again, but hammer against Elder Dragons. It's mostly just been longsword because there's a really, really good longsword for Elder Dragon killing.
You'll have to tell me which one that is so I can actually kill one of these fucking things.
I certainly will tell you, but I need to kill a, what are they called? Laoshan Lung first.
Oh, it's that thing, yeah.
Yeah, the really ridiculously powerful Dragon Element longsword.
Yeah, you can get that thing really early, too.
Yeah. And it just gets more beefy the more you upgrade it. It's ridiculous. It's pretty much the perfect weapon to take out Elder Dragons with, in my opinion.
Well, what about the Kushala though?
Kushala? Yeah, I use it against Kushala as well. It goes pretty well.
But what do you do with the horn?
The horn, I use Dragon Wind Press, and then they can't blow me around. But you know, Kushala, you don't even need Dragon Element. So, yeah, I guess in theory you could use any weapon. But I'm pretty decent at using Hammer against Kushala, even whenever I don't have Dragon Wind Press gear. Just because I've learned to get the timing down on the intervals when the aura goes down. But you know, that's another story. I actually might try to use a hammer against the next Kushala I do, since I've already shown I could do it with the gun lance. I don't know.
That is narrow right there. Look out! Look out, past wet hamster! Oh! Hitboxes ho!
Yeah. All delicious max potions. I mean, I got 1 million from Kieran anyways, so. Yeah, I am doing absolutely dreadful in this fight. This is probably a good indication of how the fights are going to be. If you really haven't fought the monster very much, but you defeated them like once, so you have an idea on how they're going. Oh well. Oh, and the cat I should mention that I brought with me has Dragon Element to its melee attack. Mainly I just brought it because I've been leveling it to show off the sort of different weapons that the cats will get when they level up their attack power. So I thought, you know, I'll put some use to it, and I already decided, you know, I was going to give it some Dragon Element.
Cats are always been confusing to me. I don't think I ever put anything on my cat except for like paralyze.
Honestly, my favorite cat is still the buff cat. Because they'll heal you, they'll buff your attack damage, they'll buff your defense. Pretty much useful all around.
You can put all of those buffs on one cat?
Yeah, you can teach 3 things to them.
Whoa.
you only thought you could teach 1 thing with them? Well,
I didn't know how many things you could teach a cat.
no, it's 3. Do wait till you get true health flute though. Don't just get the regular.
I've got that. I've had this one cat, and I've only used this one cat the entire game, and she has access to like everything but 2 moves.
Yeah, some of the moves are used through. Oh, and at this point of the why there was a certain pause there. In the live commentary, I was like, "Oh crap!" There's movies being watched on the other end. Oh, I need to quickly close the door before because I could feel the walls were like shaking. That's how loud they have the movies going in this house.
Jeez.
Yeah, it doesn't help that it's an old house either. So, but yeah, so it's like, oh crap! I can feel the walls shaking. My God! And I was like, oh, okay, Lunastra finally ran. Okay, I'm gonna quickly just mute the microphone, just slam the door shut, and quickly get back. So that was that interesting story, I guess.
Real life inner workings of what Hamster's posting rig.
Yeah. I think it was like a war movie too. So no, Second World War movie. So there was lots of shooting and explosions. But this fight was better than my first 2 recording attempts, because my first recording attempt, well, it wasn't recording, and I noticed halfway through the fight I was like, damn it, it's not recording. I have to start over again. It's going pretty good. Then the second recording attempt, I got KO'd from the very beginning because I was.
It's always those things. Like, I notice whenever I'm fighting certain monsters, if I get perfect with the pig, I just get wrecked. And then the one time I screw up with the pig is the time I'll win.
Yeah. Oh well. It could be worse. Like not having a proper camera angle so you can't see anything. Yeah, that's
So glad they fixed that and try.
Yeah. And also, it helps to have a second thumbstick.
Yeah.
That really makes such a big difference than doing the whole claw thing. I've gotten used to the claw, but it's still a little unhandy.
I'm kind of used to the claw. I have really big hands though, and
yeah, that's my problem. That's my problem.
I'm probably going to get like fucking arthritis from playing this game. I'm not even kidding. I'm constantly cracking my knuckles from how much I play Monster Hunter.
Okay, my hands aren't that big apparently. But no, now I'm actually at this point. I think I'm starting to get the attack pattern down a bit, and decently-ish.
By Jove, he's got it.
Oh, again, the biggest downside to using this gun lance is I have to sharpen all the time, and that opens me up for being mauled constantly.
It also reduces your DPS.
But yeah, I brought lots of stuff with me in case something goes wrong. Mainly the max potion because I kind of also wanted to show it off. And I don't think I've used the max potion before. But the max potions, I should probably explain them. They will give you full health and increase your health bar to the maximum level, so they're pretty good. Bad time to press the button.
Oh, Centenarian, is that it?
Centenarian?
That longsword.
No.
That one's got the Gaoren and the Laoshan shell, and then the Elder Thank You.
No, that's not it. It is a, it goes down the kata line of bone longswords, where it's like Kata wolf, Kata shark, Kata dragon, and then it goes to a dragon element. Not sure if I got that quite right.
Katana. Oh, it's in the Bone Katana Dragon line.
Yeah. And it's pretty ridiculous with how good it is.
Well, I guess I gotta kill me some Velocidromes.
Oh, you should probably check to see if you can't have it made from scratch. See if that's easy.
No, I don't think you can. If you can, I ain't got the materials for it.
Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? And oh, and Lunestra's horn is broken. I should probably mention that.
Just kinda happened. No biggie.
Well, it did, actually. I think you need about 3... Once she's down to 60% of her health, you need to have gotten 30 flinches on her head before the horn can break. Something like that. But I kind of regret bringing this one cat with me. But you know, I just wanted to show her off. I prefer the buff cat. Oh, those lovely defense and attack power boosts. And the fact that the cat isn't allowed to throw with bombs to screw me over.
I don't have a bomb cat. I only have one cat, and she just uses her sword all the time.
Well, if it doesn't specifically say that they use one or the other the only time, then they just do a mixture.
No, it specifically says like weapon only or
Yeah.
whatever it is.
This one is like a mixture, so I'll occasionally get a bomb pelted in the face at the worst times possible. I don't use her very much. There's a reason for that. Also, a funny story I've noticed when I've been fighting some of the Lunastras to get the equipment gear. At one fight, I was fighting the volcano, and it was a fresh new Lunastra, and it was this gigantic, huge Lunastra. Okay, so I scared away, and of course, because I didn't get a kill on it, I don't get like it marked up as it, the whole gold crown, etc., purple letters.
Yeah.
Or numbers, I should say. And then the next Lunastra I fight.
It's tiny.
Tiny, yes. And I'm like, wait, they keep consistent with what parts are broken and the health they have left, but not their size. Huh.
Yeah. The models are always random every time you go into a fight.
Yeah.
Even if it's continuing a fight, which is really weird.
That was the only time that happened. There's a huge difference between them, but it's just made me think. Also, she has a random chance to drop shiny every time she roars. I'm really not sure what the conditions are, other than, you know, she'll do her roar. And
I have no idea.
yeah, so I got a dragon treasure, which is basically a wyvern's tier. It's an account item.
Oh, is that like the Wyvern Sobs?
Yeah, only this is dragon treasure, which is given by elder dragons. And I think it's like worth 600 points.
That's pretty good. That's like it's a pretty good boat ride from Trenya there.
Yeah. So, you know, I gather them whenever I can. And occasionally she will drop a fire dragon scale. Not that I don't need any more of them. I got like 1 million.
Well, you never know.
Trust me, I won't ever really need more of them. It's just the fire dragon weapons I'll probably need again. Oh, and Teostra shells, most likely, because they both drop fire dragon scales and fire dragon webbing. Well, with they, you know, just being the same. It's the same breed of monster, only just male and female, and then they have different colored shells. Yeah, I try to be cautious whenever they do the whole explosion thing around them, because sometimes I eat so many of those where I'm thinking, well, I'm gonna be safe when I'm standing right next to them. And
yeah, of course. It's never safe.
The reason why I didn't sharpen the last 5 minutes there is because I knew I was running out of time and I just wanted to do as much damage as possible. In retrospect, I probably just should have sharpened.
Yeah. Oh well, you are sort of a winner.
Well, unless you bring overpowered weapons that you're not supposed to have to these fights, then you can't kill them in one go. But I follow Lunastra's shadow. Also, I'd like to know, how did she fly through the roof? Through the thick stone cavern?
Magic dragon powers from her
Yeah.
magic dragon head.
I would imagine so. So I spent some time following this shadow.
There's not much else to do.
Nope. Well, I could kick the cat around a little.
Guess you could dig too or something.
I don't have any mining picks. I don't carry them with me when I'm going on a hunt.
Really? Always be mining.
Well, I prefer stocking up on other things that will fill my inventory up. And, yeah. Remember when I said wars were just getting worse? Yeah.
My name's Monster Hunter, and I hate you.
Yeah, see you in the last half of the Lunastra hunt.
See, if you were Japanese, you'd get all the parts you wanted.
Well, that's true, but I'm not.
Let me tell you about racism.